So we have to do things differently, pro-life community. We have to call on the name of the Lord, the one and only wise Father, the true God, to help us in this fight in new ways. And one of the new ways that he has helped me, that he has said to me to do, is that we have to run for office ourselves. We have to get Christian, believing, Bible-toting believers in office that we won't have to lobby to get them to do the right thing. Why do we have to lobby the legislators that come to us every election cycle and they promise us the sun, the stars, and the moon? And we say, okay, and they go back home and they don't do any of what they say they were going to do. In Georgia, where I'm from, the eyes of the world, folks, are on my state right now. And all of the world is asking, what are you going to do, Georgia, to fix what was broken in 2020 with the election? Many of you saw the ballots being pulled from under the table, right? They're telling us we ain't see that, you know. Even Stevie Wonder could see that, right? They are telling us that we are the most among them, one of the most pro-life states in the nation, but none of our laws are enforced. So those pro-life laws are not worth the paper they're written on because there's no government official that's going in to inspect those abortion centers and find out what's happening. We are being told that we don't have a say because the court didn't look at the election results. They said nobody had standing, and we're being told, well, just deal with it. You know, just accept it. Are y'all accepting it? I know I'm not. And so I was praying and asking God, God, who can I get behind? You got to give us a candidate for our governorship in Georgia so that we can investigate, first of all, and find out what really happened, but that we can bring a measure of accountability to our state. And I'm praying, and I'm looking at the candidates, and I'm praying some more, and looking at the candidates, and I'm like, God, who? And he said, you. So I said, okay, God, but who's the candidate? And he said, you. So ladies and gentlemen, I am running for the governorship of Georgia. It is time. Sit down, yes, sit down.
I have to come to the middle here because otherwise I'm told everybody looks at me when they answer the question over there, so we want you to see the audience. So okay. I'll stop dead center middle here, and we have a lot of questions for you. First of all, Catherine, thank you for an inspiring, and I mean that talk. That was wonderful. Really appreciate it. If you weren't in Georgia, I would invite you to my radio studio to have you on the air for a while because it would be wonderful to talk to you about some of these important things. As it stands, let's talk about them right here. First question from our audience is, why has the Democratic Party been so successful in capturing the loyalty of African Americans as a voting bloc?
Because they bill themselves as the providers of civil rights. If you're going to a people who were starved for rights in a nation, and you tell them, I'm going to give you another right, it's hard for them to believe that that's not what you're doing, especially when the other party doesn't pursue you. Now, let's be honest, most of the time, Republicans are afraid to go into the black community and ask for the vote. President Trump did, and guess what happened? I believe he got it, and I believe that's one of the reasons that they cheated so much, because the areas that they chose to go into were the black areas. Now, I live in DeKalb County, Georgia, and they said 90% plus of the people in DeKalb County voted for Joe Biden. And I know that's a lie straight from the pit because I ain't vote for him. And I know a whole bunch more people like me in DeKalb County that did not vote for him, but DeKalb County was one of the areas where they were feeding those ballots.